All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Regional Troublemakers. I'm your host, Nathan, with my co-host, Tetteh.
Yes.
And this week, we're going to get into something interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to actually talk about ourselves as millennials
Yeah.
and what the internet has done with us.
Yeah.
Well, done to us.
To us.
Yeah.
Because it's been using us in all sorts of ways, bro. And I don't even think it's like the generation necessarily before us. Well, okay.
No, because the generation before us is what, Generation X? I think so.
Yeah,
Which is considered the greatest generation. That's what I think they said.
Nigga, we were. Like, let's be honest.
Which I feel like every generation is going to say that, but nah.
No.
Because I feel like we had like the best of both worlds in a way. Like we grew up with technology, but it wasn't to the point where it is nowadays.
Exactly.
So we still had the outside, like the other generation, where they were always outside.
Exactly.
But we got to experience both.
Exactly that. And not only that, the songs that your children are singing, my nieces are singing, right? All those, they're remixes of the original songs that we sang.
Which is technically remixes of what our parents sang.
Yeah.
The amount of songs that I've seen.
Yeah. Can I say, but this is what I will say, right? We did it, our generation, we were original about it. And when I mean original about it, I mean like, we took that shit, we ripped it apart, and we put it back together.
Yeah.
Yo, like,
now like they just take that song and add some auto-tune to it.
Or they add like some stupid, like, just a cover. It's like a cover of a song. I'm like, nigga, stop.
Or just like a bass.
Yeah. Which bass?
Well, just like a bass in, like, say, like they take a song and they just add like a bass to it.
Yeah.
With the fucking thumping shit and all that. Bro, I promise you, I can't take house music.
Thumping?
I can't do house music.
You can't?
Is that house music?
No.
Or is that fucking like?
Because
what
90s,
is
that? 90s we had house.
Kid and Play, that type of like house music. No. Is that considered house?
No. Okay, so techno. We had techno. We had house.
I don't like techno, bro.
No, we had good techno. No. Like you know, music sounds better with you. Or
maybe.
Or Daft Punk. You know.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah, but that's what
like.
Yeah, those. Okay. But even that, like, after a while, I can't handle it. Like, I just don't.
Damn, really? What about
Bro, I got some like freaking.
Scat man, I'm a scat man.
I don't mind it, but like I said, I just like to me, like when I listen to music, I want to hear words. I don't just like freaking beat like and shit flashing in your eyes and all that shit. I don't like that.
That's when
people doing this shit, this
people
shit,
going
all that.
Crazy. What's that called? Not tectonic.
No, yeah, I think it is tectonic.
It's tectonic, right?
Yeah, and my brother and sister-in-law used to kill that when they were younger. Up in the freaking living room, just doing all this shit here. Yeah.
No hate, but whatever. Okay, but the point of this episode, guys, because we're going to dig deep. Because Nathan, the reason why I want to talk about this topic, is because I realized, because I was like, yo, why do I feel this way? Basically, it's like I've been scrolling on Instagram, and I'm just seeing, honestly, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my feed, but it's like scroll, person talking about things that you should not do for your boyfriend, or 20 signs that you know that your girlfriend is not right for you.
The gurus.
It's the gurus, and it's always. And if you want more, make sure to go to my link to buy my book. And I'm like, Negro, I'm looking at the books. I'm not even like I'm looking at all the types of books. I'm like, yo, bro, you're a scammer. And the sad thing is that you look at their page and they have seminars where they have people
hundreds
bro,
of dollars.
Yeah.
For a freaking seminar.
First, the ghetto seminars, and I'm like, okay, so I'm listening to the seminars, and I'm like, guys,
is it actually all people our age for real,
bro? The oldest person.
That's depressing.
The oldest person I saw there was 43 years old.
43.
43, my sister's age.
That's crazy.
43, 43. No one 60, no one 70, no one, like, everybody there.
No one in their 20s.
No one in their 20s. It's just people
literally
in our
30s.
In our 30s, after
early 40s. Because millennials is technically like late 20s, early 40s, right? Like that's the generation of millennials. Is late.
It was not from 1980 to 1994 or 93.
I think it's I think it's actually to 97.
97, huh?
Or 96, something.
Yeah, 96. I
think the cutoff is 97.
Yeah.
Which because isn't it? It's 15 years.
Okay.
So it's 80. I think it's 82 to 97.
Okay.
Which does that mean your sister is not a millennial?
No, my sister's a millennial. She's born in 83.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think.
So like we're all
on the cusp.
Yeah, right
She
there.
was like the original millennial.
Exactly, and the thing is, it's just like, it's just people our age group, and they're just soaking up everything these gurus say, everything, and it's like, damn, bro, we're down bad.
Yeah.
Simple as that. We're down
well,
bad.
Like you were saying about it, right? Is because you were saying that we like didn't have that stuff growing up in schools.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Okay, so because there are so many aspects to look at this, because you can look at it from the people who have like a religious background.
Yeah.
Cultural background, meaning cultural background, or or parents who are immigrants. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Which usually has to do with religion.
For me, it was a mix. It was it was more of a cultural thing, or because my dad and my mom are immigrants, right?
Yeah.
So like my question for you, okay, your support system, okay. No, did your mom ever did your mom ever let you know? I don't know, in any way, maybe a conversation, but was there ever a moment where you realized your mom would be open to like supporting you whenever you come to her about a question? Like, can you talk to your mom about sex?
Kind of, yeah.
Was she like, okay?
Yeah, well, she was like, when we were younger, we could talk about pretty much anything.
And
it was more just like, as a kid, that shit is awkward.
Oh, of course,
but
it's
like,
awkward.
yeah, if we really had to bring it up, we could bring it up. I'm guessing in your case, like, why are you bringing this shit in my house?
You're still in school.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about?
Which is so crazy. That's when you're supposed to be learning.
Exactly. So, like, for example, like, I need to know, when you had when you started dating, did your mom ever like get mad? Was she mad about you starting a relationship in college?
No.
So,
but because she already like kind of had those conversations with us.
Oh, okay. So
that's what I mean. Yeah, we had those conversations.
Was it, like, did she go to
not
you?
Like
or you
in
went to
depth,
her?
or like no. I think just like while like having supper or time, she might just bring things up. Like, you guys are getting older now. You need to make sure you do this, or like whatever.
Okay.
Wrap it up, type of things. Like,
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those things.
We had those conversations.
Okay. Because
but you never did.
Never, bro.
Because of the immigrant parenting.
Because when I remember I started dating, like seriously dating at 17. When I was 17 years old, and I remember I introduced her to my dad. Bro.
And he was annoyed because you had a relationship?
Called my sister, called my aunt. Well, like not my aunt, my real aunt, but you know how you call it, auntie. Call that aunt. Called people, and after I remember specifically dropping my ex at the time, or my girlfriend at the time, out
just because.
And after I got back home, he sat me down. He's like, "So what? You gonna ruin your life? You want to be a father? You." I was
like, first of all, breathe.
I was like, exactly.
First of all, breathe.
Breathe. So when so what I'm saying, like, we're cooked because I wasn't able to have the conversation.
Taboo.
Exactly, it was taboo.
You search for it elsewhere.
So I not even search for it, but it was more like, oh shit, okay, so I'm just going to wing it. If I'm in a situation, I'm going to
experience everything,
and I'm going to deal with the blowback.
Yeah, the consequences after.
Exactly, and I can't really even go to my dad about the consequences. I can't even go to my dad about the consequences.
Because he doesn't want to hear it.
Exactly.
Which I'm actually curious now that you said that. I wonder if, like, for sure, like a statistic. Do you think there's more what's called like teenage kind of pregnancies in our generation, or the generation after us, or the generation before us? Like, which generation has the most like teen pregnancies?
Well, I know for sure that this generation, they're having sex much less than us.
Much less?
Much less.
That's the thing. Well, okay, that's what I was going to say. Much less?
Because I checked and they're like...
I think it's much less, but I think the people that are doing it are doing more wild shit.
They're doing more wild shit, but those
like
people
hanging
who do
from
more wild shit are in relationships, I believe.
Okay. That's like, because like you said, they actually, like, all over the internet, it talks about like Kama Sutra, different type of thing. So they were doing wild shit. Like, when we were younger, anal was not a thing. You're not. Now it's now it's like that's a Friday afternoon.
It's not even that. It's like, oh, if you don't do anal, you're closed-minded.
Yeah.
I was like,
eating pussy was nobody's eating pussy.
Okay. And like,
no, I remember having that conversation.
Pussy, but they would be quiet.
I remember having that conversation in school, all of us talking about, I'm never going to do that.
I was one of them.
Yeah, no, we were having a conversation together. I ain't never doing that shit.
I never do it.
And then I was like,
that summer, I did it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Yeah. And now, like you said, again, you do that, you're closed-minded.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to please your partner.
Exactly.
Or you're what's the hating men, like if you don't want to do that, it's because you hate women, type of thing.
Oh,
like, it's
misogynistic.
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But I will say, go, guys. I'm sorry, but you need to go down. It's a requirement.
100%.
Ladies, you need to go down too.
100%.
100%. Oral is important, but like a big thing, like you said, you had those conversations with your mom.
Yeah.
I couldn't have those conversations with my dad without him snapping at me or thinking like, oh, like you're planning to do this.
Yeah,
in the
you
future.
have.
I'm just curious. No, you can't be curious. And the crazy thing is, in our community, in the Ghanaian community, right? I wasn't part of it, but I worked with people like 4 Ghanaians. I worked with 4 Ghanaians. I went to school with so many Ghanaians, and they had parents the same mentality as me. But these guys and these women
was doing wild
were
stuff.
going, bro. When I say wild, like
wild
to the point where I swear, to God, you see you're in the morning. It's the morning. You see your homies. You dab them up and all that shit. And after they go, bro, smell this, and you're like, what the.
Crazy.
But we start class in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you have the time? I just got my stuff right now.
Hey, cereal, you ate tuna. What's going on?
Yeah. And the crazy shit. So it was like, but the thing is like these people will go through these situations where they're not able to talk to the parents, and you will see like abortions,
so they want to experience it themselves.
And the thing is, they don't have a support system where they're able to either talk to their parents about the thing or after the thing happened, you know?
Yeah, because now you've experienced it.
Yeah.
What do I do now?
Exactly. And the zone, even, like, it's crazy. So.
But that's what I say, because you were saying, like, has to do with, like, this being brought up by immigrants. And then also there's, like, an aspect of religion.
There's an aspect
of
cultural background.
Yeah, just cultural. But then I was going to say, how many, like, what's the, like, ratio of, like, Muslims for, like, West Africa? Is it a big, like, or is there more Christians?
No. Oh, shoot.
It's a big, like, population of Muslims? Because Muslims even more strict,
honestly,
right?
I don't know. Shit. Because
not only should you not be doing that, you should only be doing it with another Muslim person if you ever do decide to do that. But then you should only be doing it during marriage, right? Like, it's very strict.
Which they don't. Like, I'm not going to say all of Africa.
But there's obviously a huge Muslim population in Africa, right?
Huge.
Would you say it's the biggest religion in Africa?
No.
It's more Christian?
Oh, fudge.
It's pretty close?
I think it's close. Like, wait.
And there's no people in your family that's Muslim?
No, I have cousins.
That you know of?
I have cousins.
Okay, you have cousins.
I have cousins. I have uncles who practice it. I have a cousin named Muhammad. You know? Yeah. So
that's it.
So yeah, is he my cousin?
This guy said, "Is he my cousin?"
Okay, he's cousin by marriage.
Okay.
It's weird.
Which is crazy because he's cousin by marriage.
Okay.
Then he was Muslim and he came into the family.
His father. Oh no.
Because how did that work?
His father is my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's.
But his father's Muslim.
Felix's brother, half brother,
is Muslim.
Is Muhammad. I think he's Muhammad.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's me. He came. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. So yeah,
but like,
that's because that's obviously like that's even going even further than you because your dad was Christian, right?
Christian, yeah.
So imagine like now a Muslim father. Not only are we not talking about this, you're not doing it. Period. And if you do it, we're gonna set you up with a wife, and then you're gonna do it during marriage,
or we're gonna kill you.
Like, yeah, like it's crazy.
And the problem, all this, right? Let's say the parents don't provide the support because we have to learn through our own experiences, and we have to shut up when we get like we see the consequences. Yeah. It creates this like not all the time, but it creates like I believe this is a theory of mine. Okay, it's not backed up by science or anything. But I feel like because there's not that support system and you go through these things and they're so, I don't know if traumatic is the word, but it affects you deeply.
For sure. Because
there's like this, it creates, and let's say like for years this shit is going on. When you turn your 30s or your 40s, the things that you're supposed to learn and have healthy conversations with your parents.
You haven't learned those yet.
You haven't learned those. And you find a person like a guru online who turns out to be like the answer.
I want to know this, or I was asking about this. Mm-hmm. They have the answers.
And they're like, oh, because when you were not healed when you were younger, this is why you do X, Y, Z. And you see the people nod their heads.
That's not a coincidence. This is, yeah.
You know?
And they use that stuff too.
And they use that stuff.
For sure, because they know it's going to bring people in.
Yeah, but the point is, it's like, yeah, they can be right about one thing, But a lot of the times, they sell you the most snake oil advice that
100%.
they don't even practice themselves.
Yeah, which I was also gonna say because you were saying that your like feed was showing you all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this one might be AI,
Mm-hmm.
which bro I can't even tell.
AI, that would be wild.
No, well like this one is like saying like, I use this or like this person told me that they could draw my soulmate, and then they show them a picture and then like this is my husband or whatever, and it looks just like the picture. Damn. I was like, first of all, bro, calm down.
Yeah.
Or like like I can't remember. I heard somebody talk about it recently where they said it's like, I think there's a word for it. When say like for example like you went on vacation when you were 12,
okay,
and you took a picture, and in that picture there's obviously strangers in the background, and then later on you find out that your wife was in the background.
Yeah,
What's that called again?
The Japanese.
Yeah. Or something like, but that's like, is those like type of things too? It's just
the entanglement. Well, some people call it quantum entanglement when they don't even understand what it is, or just the universe when they're talking about the universe or aligned stuff. I'm just like, yo, bruh, I'm listening to these people, and like, I feel bad because it's like you are so desperate for any answer.
Yeah, that you'll take anything.
You'll take anything,
and then you'll get mad at other people when they try to tell you, yo, maybe just think about this for a second or do your own research. No, they're right.
They're right.
And then you're going to get mad, and then you're going to spend money, and then you're going to defend these people when they get freaking backlash because they weren't right.
They weren't?
But you still believe that they are right.
Yes.
And I spent $100 on this person. Yes, they're right. They helped me get through this, and this.
Yeah.
Or what happened in reality is you listen to them and decide to make a change for yourself. But you figured because you listened to them, they're the reason why you like did it. But no, you actually decided to make a change because of hearing from them.
Yes.
Let's be people like put those things together. Like I heard this, so they fixed me. Not that I heard this, so I decided to make a change. Like, because it is possible those gurus can actually get you to make a change, but it's still you that made the change.
It's you that
it's
made
not
the final
them
call.
that fixed you.
Yes, exactly.
You heard something and forced you to like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm
just going to listen to it. Yeah, but it's you. They're not putting a gun to your head. They're not speaking to your soul and all that shit. So
but you're not affected by gurus, are you?
Fuck no, absolutely not. Yo, bro.
I don't think I actually am.
I always looked at that shit and I was like, bro, this is BS. I remember this girl was so convinced that we were soulmates because I was a goat and she was a monkey in the Chinese New Year's, and she was so convinced. She was telling me
because they go together.
Huh?
They go together.
Yeah, they go together. Then
oh my god!
A couple years later, the person's like, "Oh, where are you? Oh my god, you're a Libra. I'm a Virgo, and we're supposed to be compatible. Like Virgos and Libras are best friends. My sister's a Virgo. My other sister, we're not best friends. Like, we're just siblings. You know?
Bro, I'll tell you something.
Siblings.
I'm married, and I have like all those like freaking astrology things that pop up sometimes. It literally says that my sign and my wife's sign are like mortal enemies, and you should never even be near each other. It never works out. All this. I was like, Jesus. Murphy. Which that's what I was gonna say. People need to realize that. Well, not that I don't believe in soulmates, but I feel like now over time I've realized that. Sure, you can be a soulmate, I guess, but there's still work to be done. So you can be mad at your soulmate, but then people figure like, if this is my soulmate, I can never be mad, because it's just the perfect person for me. No, but there's still work to be done.
Yeah, 100%. Like they think that they caught lightning in the glass. Yeah. And it's like it's perfect. It has to be perfect.
It's always gonna be perfect.
It's always perfect. I'm like, nah, bro. And because of that, like there are even some people I had conversations with. Crazy how like there was this one person, because she had that mentality of if I kiss this guy and there's no instant sparks or my soul doesn't melt from the first kiss, it's wrong. It's not wrong. I true freaking story. Spoke to this person one time. She went on 6 dates in 6 days. So every day.
Damn.
And
everyone was a not soul melter?
Every guy was no. And I was like, wait, can we pause for a second? On the real. You're telling me there was something wrong with all these guys? Were they all the same types? No, some were tall, some were short, some were athletic, some were just computer geeks, some were anime fans, some guys were like sci-fi.
So she was just going through the catalog.
So I'm just saying, so you had 6 dates in 6 days, and not one of them sparked something. She's like, well, it's like I kissed them, but the way they kissed me, I just didn't feel anything. The way they touched me, I didn't feel anything. But like, were they cool to you? Were they respect? Yeah, they were so respectful. Some of them even came and brought Uber Eats before we went on our date and blah blah blah. Awesome. And I was like, okay, so because the kiss didn't spark, everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah, which is crazy. Also, am I allowed to say that it's kind of crazy that you had 6 dates in 6 days and kissed every single one of them?
Dating apps, bro.
But yeah, but you kissed every single one of them.
Oh, yeah.
On one day, every single day, for 6 days.
Bro, we're in 2025.
You have herpes.
Oh,
yeah. Like,
yeah.
No, it's like, that, nah. And because that kiss you think is going to, like, determine everything.
Yeah.
You just be kissing everybody.
So
that's crazy. Why don't you have 6 dates with one person? And see where that goes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I was like, wait. Can I be honest? I think you're because there's
or
something
3 dates with 2 people.
There's something called, even with this generation, there's something called the paradox of choice. And basically it's a phenomenon where a person is unable to make a decision because they have so many options. So let's say there are 3 guys.
Yeah, which is what they said happens with social media.
Yeah. This is a big thing.
Yeah.
So like, let's say there's 3 guys in front of you. And the host, let's say it's a game show. The host says, hey, will you pick guy? So A, B, C all said what they all want, said who they are about, what they're about, and all that stuff. And the girl's like, okay, choice A seems good, but the problem with choice A, there's no problem with choice A. It's just that I feel like we will spark off really well in the beginning, but maybe 6 months later, we won't really spark. The spark is going to be dead. B doesn't feel like we're going to spark off right away, but when we do click, it's going to be amazing. But I don't want to choose B because I don't know C. C is mysterious, and C can have all qualities of both A and B. So I think, but I don't know if C is going to be bad. So I don't know who to pick. And bro,
you have too many choices.
Too many choices. The paradox of choice, and that's a problem with dating apps. Yeah, because you match with so many people. Even myself. Like, I'm not even lying to you. Now, like I've done this more. And I was like, okay, I match with you. We have a conversation. We're good. We're really, really good. I'll delete my app, and after I'll see how things go with that person, right?
Okay, because that way you don't have any other options. Like,
yeah,
see what
I got invested. I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go out, let's talk, and let's do this and let's do that. And I would say, except for one interaction, everything else was good. We were able to talk and all that, but we just weren't really compatible. But again, it was like the most healthiest like split. But
you actually took the time. Which I was gonna say, now thinking about all this, I feel like when it comes to like soulmates, I feel like you could potentially have a soulmate, but I feel like because I feel like that has happened before too. Is people said I didn't find my soulmate till I was like 50. I think the reason for that is because now you've had 50 years of life experience. So all the bullshit that would have happened, because that's the other thing too, is when people get like together young, they don't always realize is that you guys are gonna change. Because 100%. You're growing, but now you're changing together. So now that person that you met when you were 16 is not the same person when you're 30 because they've changed. And you think they changed, like, for you it's a negative. Why you changed? Why are you not the same person? Because I'm not. It's been fucking 16 years. Of course I'm not the same person. Neither are you.
No.
So when you don't realize, like, when people can't change together, they figure the person's, it's a negative. Whereas when you're 50, you've done all your changing. You're 50 now, you're like settled. So when you find somebody that clicks, that person has also done all their changes. There's no more changing. That person is that person, and you are you.
Your final
So
forms.
now, okay, this is a soulmate because that. So I think it's possible to have soulmates, but people don't realize because soulmates, you can still argue and fight. So when you're 20, you might have your soulmate, but in 5 years you might start arguing. This can't be my soulmate. I'm arguing.
Okay, so
but in 5 more years, when you guys have grown now more, you realize, well, know what we did 5 years ago was stupid. So if you're willing to stay together during those things, then maybe that is a soulmate because you're willing to do the work. So I feel like a lot of times people might find their soulmates later because they've already done all that work. They've had all that lived experience. Whereas younger people can't see it because they figure soulmate, in their head, soulmate is supposed to be perfect.
But Michael, I've never, because we had conversations about this in the past, but I never actually taken the time to like ask, like, what the fuck is a soulmate?
I don't know either.
Like, what is a soulmate? Like, does that mean you meet the perfect person? Like, because you
well, technically the perfect person for you, which means already I feel like is already like flawed.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't expect a person to be perfect.
Like, you guys are going to have arguments. You guys are going to have disagreements.
But I mean, I feel like when people think of soulmate, it's like that's not possible.
That's impossible.
With this person because they're just perfect
for
me.
We're always on the same wavelength. I think it's more that I honestly think I don't. Now I think about it, I don't think there's such. I personally don't think there's soulmates. I just think that you've grown to the point where your fundamental values, your core fundamental values, just matches with a person.
Yeah.
And that you guys realize, okay, because our values are so aligned with one another, everything else, like the arguments and all that, they're not deal breakers.
Yeah.
You get me? They're not deal breakers.
It's just life experience.
It's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, well, I don't know, just like maybe moving or maybe painting the walls or maybe just doing the basic things, and you guys might have like a disagreement about that. But it's not like a disagreement where, like, oh no, I need to split with you because you don't want to paint the walls green. And like, you know.
That's what I mean, which I think it boils down to lived experience.
Yeah,
like the same thing with like
So is it actually a soulmate, or you just find someone who just matches your level? Like, what the? I don't even know what a soulmate is.
To be honest, I don't know.
Because it's like, I feel like soulmate is like, people will get mad, but it's like, I feel like soulmate and God are like in the same category. You have an idea of what you want to think of. Yeah, because you're putting that person like on a pedestal. But like you have this idea of like a perfect thing in all regards. But I feel like because that idea of a thing being perfect in all regards, it's almost like impossible to conceptualize.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it is possible. I think when like they're thinking like perfect in every way, but I think later on when you realize is that this person, like, the perfect isn't like necessary. Okay. But I'm still okay with this person for this because I know I've lived that before. It's not worth it like that. Like, I just like this person because of that or like this. Okay. Whereas when you're younger, you can't see that. It's like the same thing with like kids, right? Mm-hmm. I can't wait till I get bigger because then I can do this. But kids don't realize, like we didn't realize either. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool to be 18 because you can do whatever you want. But then you got hydro bill to pay, all this bill to pay. That shit sucks. And how many times have our parents told us, don't be so excited to grow up. Yeah. Be a kid as long as you can. But you can't see that as a kid. You can't. Because you're living in right now. Yeah. So I think that's what it is with like the soulmate thing. Is that you can't see like what a soulmate actually is at that age because you're living in right now. Okay. Whereas in like people that have the lived experience, they can see it now. Like, I might have not liked this person when they were 20, but now they're 50 and they've gone through all this and they've gone through all that, and now we're on like the same wavelength. Yeah, we've been through this and all that.
So maybe it's just like a soulmate is like somebody who you find they're not perfect, but they're good enough to just go through like some bullshit with.
Yeah, or just yeah,
or like.
You've both been through the bullshit. So it's just like, let's just live this life.
Like, yeah,
let's just enjoy ourselves.
Exactly. Like, remember that video from the I've Been Preach video when the guy, like, so you told me your 10-inch dick. Like, remember that black guy? Nerdy what he's called, your super dick or something? I don't know. He said some such things. Some wild shit. Remember he was interviewing that guy, the high value man who got divorced, had kids. And he's still looking for another.
Oh yeah, now he said he's just looking for somebody to settle down with.
Yeah, because you realize
like made his thing, and like I think the guy at first was trying to ask him like, you're not mad at like, he's like, why am I gonna be mad? Yeah, I was married for 20 years, it didn't work out. Like, yeah, she's not a bad person. It didn't work out, and we decided that it's not okay. But like I said, because people think like same thing with like religion, all that. As soon as you hear divorce, it's a negative thing. Yeah. So you just assume, okay, this person's definitely going to talk bad about that person.
But like you said, the 16-year-old and the 30-year-old, or the 32-year-old, you just grow. And you realize, you know what? We're not the same person. We're not the same people, and we need to separate. Yeah. But going back, it's like, okay, let's say you're in that situation. I feel like even with us, in our generation, even if you're in that predicament, I don't find, maybe I could be wrong, but I do think that there are not a lot of parents, like I said, thorough, like, who don't believe in divorce and all that, and all, like, they don't, you can't look at them as a support group talking about your doubts and your wishes to like possibly divorce because you and your significant other are no longer, you guys are no longer the same people that you once were in day one. And I just feel like with them, it's like, oh, if you're going to divorce, it's like, my thing is like, it's horrible because even our parents, let's say he's not even support, but let's say examples, right? Yeah. I know personally, I know several couples of parents who stuck together, who are together for the sake of the kids. However, they were miserable, right? And they thought that had a positive effect on the kids, but in actuality, it had a negative. Yeah, built some version where them be like, oh no. I don't even want to be married. I think I even read an article about it. Like they don't even want to be married because they realize like kids are not stupid. They realize, oh, mom and dad are just like they don't like each other. Like they don't. Like there's arguing, and there's like, oh, daddy's being bitter. Like he's probably going to like give all of us dinner and not give it to mommy. You know?
Yeah.
Like that level of shit.
That.
Or like, why does daddy always sleep on the couch? Like,
you get a bed?
Yeah, he got a bed, so what's going on?
Which
so
actually just randomly made me think about that. Is like I grew up and my parents weren't together, right?
Yes.
So I saw it from like that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So then in my head, I want like to make sure that my kids have like a 2-family home.
Mm-hmm.
In your case, your parents were together.
Yes.
Your mom passed away, so they weren't technically together.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess from your like understanding, maybe from your sisters, they did have a good marriage, right? So do you think if your mom didn't pass, that they would always have a strong marriage, and then you would see that growing up, or do you think that they're at you like you don't know how it would go?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. There was a time. So this is one of the only serious, like very very transparent conversations I had with my dad, because my dad like he wanted to just tell me about like his marriage with my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked him. I was like, so if she was still alive this day, would you guys be married? He said no.
Because that's what I say. But did they also not believe in divorce?
Yeah, like that was the system, right?
Yeah,
that was the thing
back then for sure.
And but
straight up, this guy said no.
He says like he said it with confidence because the thing was this, bro. There are so many. Remember, it was like arranged, right?
Okay. Yeah,
so like
that's what I say. They were together before they came to Canada, right?
He was in Canada. He came to Canada in 1972. I think my mom came.
Oh, okay, so they didn't know each other. Like they weren't together in Africa and then moved to Canada together.
Man, my dad got married. He was married before he even.
Damn.
Like my mom. So my mom. I'm not gonna say the locations, but where I am right now.
Yeah.
You know my brother's ex-girlfriend who lives around the same area.
Yeah.
That's how close they were. Like from like.
Oh, okay,
walking,
okay.
But they didn't know each other, right? But then, and also like she's younger than my dad. Like she died. She was 33. My dad was how old is my dad now? My dad was like 45 years old.
Okay, so like pretty good age difference.
Yeah. No, she was like.
No, it was like my grandparents too. I think my grandfather, like I said, I think my grandfather was born in like 1912 or something.
Okay.
And my grandmother was born in 1927.
Oh shit! Okay, so 15.
That's like 15 years. Yeah.
But when did they meet? But at the same time.
Yeah, well, that's back then. But I think my grandmother was like maybe 18.
Okay, because my grandfather,
my freaking grandfather was like in his 30s.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly that.
So
my grandfather. It was. I think my grandmother was underage. She was like 16.
Back then, it's for sure possible.
Like for that, like historically, like historical context.
I was just saying, okay, your grandmother, 100%.
Yeah. So like, then, it was seen like as like okay, whatever, and that was his third wife. But anyways, the thing is, yeah.
Third wife, get that old ass out of here.
Granddaddy was
some new young flesh.
And there was obviously fights between the moms.
100%.
There was poisons. Like, bro, my family. Crazy. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like back to that thing. Your dad actually said that he doesn't think it would be together.
You know, he doesn't think
because of the way he thinks that they maybe would have grown.
The way they came together wasn't good.
Oh yeah, because like you said, it was arranged.
Yeah, and the way when she came to Canada, she just was accustomed, or she just realized like, oh, like it's different here.
100%.
And not in a bad way. Whereas like you know how people like the red pill talk like, oh, when your wife like blows up or she goes into a different country and she starts acting like it was just that she realized that she saw a certain way about life. She saw a certain way about.
She came here and
but
she's
she
like,
came
wait
here
a second.
and she's like, oh. And I don't even know who would initiate the divorce, but my dad just said straight up like they wouldn't be together. They wouldn't be. Even my sister recently told me like, yo, Tetteh, like my daddy and mommy thought that we didn't hear them argue. They would go to the bathroom and after they'll whisper, but we understood. Yeah. And back then, my sister was learning the language, so she knew.
So even if they were,
like, my sister was like, "Oh, I like now."
Yeah, I heard everything.
I heard everything. She went.
Because your sister was how old?
9.
Okay, so old enough.
Yeah,
old enough.
Old enough. Like she knew.
Yeah.
She knew what was going on. She knew things, and so like all these things, and after my mom passes away, dad's here. Dad's working like overtime to take care of 4 kids.
Yeah, so you're
So
not.
imagine me trying to talk to my dad about sex. He's like, or talk about girlfriends. Like, why are you talking about girlfriends? Do you think I'm doing overtime for you to have a girlfriend?
Damn.
Stay in school. So it would prevent me from even trying to like figure out what to do, what to say, how to go about it.
And then you have to, so you go look somewhere else,
I swear
obviously.
to God, the only advice my dad ever gave me, and he only told me this advice, one, to not embarrass myself, and two, not to put shame on him. The first advice for not to embarrass myself was always make her come. Swear to God.
Crazy.
And even with that advice, when he told me that, I understand, but it even effed me up because I was like, oh, fuck my pleasure.
Yeah, now you're tripping.
Prioritize her pleasure, and after when she's like, oh, did you come? I'm like, I was focused on you.
Yeah.
I had to like unlearn that shit. And number two, wrap it up. I don't want any kids. Do not, because at that time, especially my dad. At that time, my dad was part of the community. You get me?
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh no! Like you're not going to bring shame to me. You're not bringing shame to me. You're not in this house. So you better make her come, and you're gonna make her come. Make sure you make her come with a condom on." And yeah. So it was crazy.
So now you think millennials were messed up because of that?
But not only messed up because of that. Like I would say
because the internet
it
doesn't help now too. Because like it seems like it's like oh, you want this lifestyle? Just go talk to this person. Oh, you want this lifestyle? Just go talk over here. Pay this money and you'll have this lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then they not, like you said, they're not even living that lifestyle.
They're not.
It's just a scam. It's like freaking all them freaking pyramid scam things.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've been to those meetings, bro, I realize now.
You went to meetings?
Freaking what? Primerica.
No.
You remember Primerica?
Plural?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Nah,
first,
explain.
I went to Primerica meetings.
Is that?
It's like the same thing as ACN. Primerica is like the same shit. Like they're talking about like you can make millions and that.
Okay.
I don't even remember what the hell it was for selling, to be honest with you. But I remember there was a bunch of people up in there with suits talking about we're going on a yacht like this. You guys can be with us as long as you do this, this, and this. Pay $300, all that kind of thing. Then I went to another one that was like obviously ACN, but that was more like just coffee shop meetings. Remember that stupid shit?
Yes.
But then there was another one. I don't know if it was actually like a pyramid scam thing or if it was just a thing. I remember going for like, or it could have been a job interview even. There was one for like sharp knives. Like I went downtown somewhere. And it was like an interview or some kind of like meeting thing, and they were talking about like these knives are like the best knives, super sharp, they'll never go dull type of thing. And I think it was about trying to sell them. So it might have been another pyramid scam. I've been to many of them. My stupid ass, bro. Trying to make money back then. Primerica though, I actually went like they actually had an office, and I went to their office.
Jesus.
And there was like PowerPoint presentations.
I remember the ACN thing. I was like, yo, what do you guys do?
ACN
just come to
pissed
the
me
meetings.
off, bro.
But what do you guys do? Just come to the meetings.
Pissed me off that shit.
I don't. What do you do?
I got like
everything is going to be answered.
Yeah,
so I was like, yo, nigga,
as long as you come. But I've been sabotaged, not like sabotaged, freaking what's it? Ambushed by that shit.
Fuck.
I remember one time I think like one of my boys. Well, we already know this when I went and I freaking got to the freaking. As soon as I drove by, I was like, motherfucker. And then even your cousin, Felix, the one who was on this episode. I think he was the first one. They got me one time. Back in the day, I think when we were in college together. Yeah, when we were in college together, he's like, "Yo," I think it was random too. Cause I was like, "I don't never hang out with this nigga." And then he says, "I think he said, yo, you want to go like have a coffee at like Second Cup or some shit like that." And in my head, I was like, "Aight." And then I went and this guy sitting down with a goddamn suit on.
Oh, I think back
then ACN.
I went to one.
Yeah, and then I go another one. I went to Subway, and I pulled up and I seen in the Subway. I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Another time I was at I went to one of my boys' houses, and this guy was in his living room. Damn, bro. And at first I thought it was just one of his friends. Cause I think he said that. I was like, "Oh, we want to come to my place. My boys there. We're just gonna chill." Mm-hmm. And this nigga was talking about freaking ACN. I was like, "Not another one." And then I seen another meeting with that guy. Mm-hmm. Like we went to a park, like near my place back then, and this guy came with his car to like show off like this is the money I got.
Jesus, bro.
I was like, I've been to too many of them shits, yo. That shit aggravated me.
That's crazy, bro. That's Jesus.
Yeah, but to be honest, I actually think Felix is the first one, bro. Felix, he was literally the first one back in college days.
Oh, damn, bro.
This guy brought me, and I was like, because I tell you, I thought it was so random. I was like, yo, we don't ever hang out, especially back then, right here in college, because of like, I guess just he was a year younger than us technically, right? Until I came to school, yeah. So he was like under me, like he was the year before. Under me for college. So I was like, I don't be fraternizing with the younger kids, bro. But then obviously he's like, we're cool. So then he's like, yo, meet me at here. I'm like, I thought it was weird, and then literally pulled me into an ACM meeting. Because he did he actually try it? He tried it.
I don't know.
That was back in the day. Felix, you need to comment, bro. When you brought me to an ACM meeting, you need to.
That's crazy.
Talk about. Yeah, I actually think he was the first one.
Nah, I would never. Oh God.
No, I couldn't do it no more. I was like, I'm gonna get vexed. I even got mad at one of the meetings.
Huh?
I went off on the person. I went off on the person.
Well, he's like, give us $500 right now.
No. He straight up told me.
What, you don't have it in you?
No. He straight up told me. Oh, so what you're saying is you don't want to help your friend. I was like, first of all, nigga, that I don't know. Don't you ever say that shit.
Hell no.
This ain't about supporting my friend. I don't have this money, and I'm not just trying to give up this money. Especially at that time, is when my first son was being born, like on the way. So I was like, I'm not gonna take money that I don't have to invest in this something that I don't know anything about, and you go sit here and try to guilt trip me talking about, oh, so you don't want to help your friend?
Not about that.
Yeah, no, I was vexed, and I was up in the subway. I was making a nigga moment. I was making a scene because I was like, nah, you gonna piss me off, bro. First of all, I don't even want to be here, and then you gonna say some shit like that? I was like, no, this ain't gonna end well. No.
Exactly not.
In the subway, this guy had me yelling. I was actually, because I was like, nah, you actually gonna piss me off. Don't say that shit again. I think I even told him, don't ever say that again. He's like, what, you don't want to support? I was like, don't say that again. It ain't even about that. So we're not about to. He's
so freaking disrespectful.
Yeah. I was vexed.
You see that craziness? Yeah. So imagine that. So like, exactly.
So we're literally the ACN Primerica. That was our before internet gurus.
And we were hungry about we wanted money and all that. After
we are really we them.
Yeah, bro.
We them.
We them. We laughed. I laughed so hard about people back then being like, because I heard stories on CNN and all that, being like, oh, those ladies who paid $100,000 to those Nigerian princes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, these people are dumb. These people are
dumb. I don't know. I think it's because maybe the UK has a big like Nigerian population.
Oh wow, shit.
UK people don't don't fuck with the Nigerian scams. Like I feel like, cause obviously like I listen to podcasts, right? So they talk about it. Everybody in the UK knows about Nigerian scams. They literally call Nigerians scammers.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's a known thing.
It's a known thing.
Like
it's a known thing. That's one.
It's really that big.
It's huge. I've known since I was 4. I swear to God.
Damn,
my
bro.
dad sat me down, and
That's what, because I think
bro,
even in the podcast, like the podcast I listen to, the guy is Nigerian, and he's like, I'm not even gonna try to sit here and like front about my people.
Nah, your people,
they're scammers, bro.
Bro, they made a song. They literally made a song about
they're scammers.
Chopping the dollar of the Oyibo. Oyibo means white people. Okay?
Damn.
Oyibo, chop your dollar. I swear to God.
That's hilarious.
You can't make that. I watched the music video. I was like, y'all are shameless.
That's hilarious.
And you see the guy, he's poor, and after you see him in another clip, he's like on the internet, and after the next clip, he's coming out with a car, he has his sunglasses, he has women, and after they're dancing with the money. Bro, I swear. Yeah. Oh my God. And he usually, I think, dancing I don't know right now, off. But back then, like the whole thing, the head, not the head wrap, they wear like this, the attire, and they have like that hat.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, you have that, and some of them as like a way to show like, well, you have like these staffs of like that are like made of a snake or a crocodile.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's some witch doctor.
We bling. Yeah, we bling. And I was like, yo, bro, y'all are doing the most.
That's actually randomly talking about that because you're saying like to show like wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there like, well, I think there definitely is in certain countries. Mm-hmm. Is it in West Africa with like people keeping their pinky nail long shows like wealth or whatever? There's definitely some countries where like having long pinky nails shows like wealth.
Countries?
It might be actually Asian countries.
Because I don't know about the
like South Asia.
No, bro. If you keep your nail a little long here.
Yeah, you look wild. But yeah, I've seen many people.
My dad would be like,
where they have a long, just their pinky nail is long.
Now you gotta make sure you cut your nails.
Right? And I think, like they said, it actually shows like a sign of wealth in certain countries.
I think it's
like maybe even India, like somewhere South Asia.
Yeah, South Asia. Because I remember hearing that.
So it's not in Africa anywhere.
That no, I've never heard that shit before. But
yeah, so we really them, bro.
We've
been scammed since time.
Emotionally scammed and all that. You know what the crazy thing? One crazy story I heard, and this is what I'm talking about, like parents not giving their kids either guidance or giving the worst information. True. So I think I was watching this video and they had call-ins, right?
Yeah.
So a guy calls in and he's like, "Yo, so this is not any advice. I'm asking for any advice, but this is some crazy shit that happened, and I want to share it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So this is guy, college.
Yeah.
College comes, U.S. college. You move to the dorms. You're there, right?
Expensive as hell.
Expensive and all that crazy parties. So he goes to this party. He meets this girl, and he says, "This girl's fine." And she's feeling him. He's feeling her. They go. They're hanging out throughout the whole party. This is the first time they met. He goes to her house. No, she goes to his place, and it's not a dorm. I think it was like those apartments, like right
on campus.
Yeah, on campus, right? Brings her over to the apartment, and after he goes down, like they're both naked on the bed. He goes down on her. She goes down on him. Right? Everything is going well. He reaches to grab a condom in the dresser. She stops him. No, she doesn't stop him. He gets the condom. He turns around. He looks at her. And after she looks at him and stops him and says, "Oh, I just want to tell you something." And he's like, "Okay." And now that moment, he's like, "Yo, I don't know what to say. Are you die? Are you like? Do you have a disease? What do you have? Like, what is this?" He doesn't know what's going on. And she's like, "Oh, I just want to let you know that I'm not a virgin." And he's like, "Okay." And she's like, "Okay, I just want to let you know." He slipped the condom. They have sex. Okay, whatever. 2 days later, no, like weeks go by. They're hanging out here and there a few more times, but eventually they stop hanging out. It just fizzes out. Mm-hmm. He said that after the sex, it was just like she was acting very off. Not like she was just off, and it's like almost as if like it's like those kind of offs where if you don't text them, they're never going to text you back. Yeah. But if you do text them, they're going to engage. But don't ever expect them to say something like engage.
Yeah, to start the conversation.
So college pass. He's graduated. He's in his career. He goes to an event. He sees the girl at the event. The girl's like, "Hey," he's like, "Oh, what's up? How you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm good. How you doing?" Blah, blah, blah.
This is my son.
Imagine. But everything's good. And she's like, "Yo, okay, because of the setting, we want to like schedule a time where we can go for coffee or breakfast just to talk." He's like, "Yeah, to catch up." He's like, "Yeah, no problem." The day comes. They find a date. They go ahead, have coffee. And after the day's going well, but it feels like she needs to tell him something. He doesn't understand. He's like, "Yo, I feel like you want to tell me something." He's like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that, you remember that night we had sex for the first time, the only time, and I told you I wasn't a virgin." And he's like, "Yeah, I remember that." She's like, "I was a virgin." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "The reason why I told you I wasn't a virgin is because my mother told me if you don't have sex with a guy, you tell the guy you're not a virgin, and the guy will stop having sex, won't have sex with you, because guys only have sex with virgins."
Oh my God. That is wild.
Like, what is
so then she stopped talking to him because he actually went through with it.
He went through with it. And she felt the type of way, and she didn't know how to get out.
Damn.
So she just just naturally fizzed out. But she didn't want to have sex, and her mom, for some stupid reason, said, if you want to have sex with a guy, let him know that you're not a virgin, and he'll stop.
That's crazy. How about the fuck you say, "I don't want to have sex"?
Thank you.
Jesus Murphy. That's scary. That's the scariest sentence I've ever heard. That a mother would say that to their freaking child.
You know? The advice.
That's crazy.
So I was just like, holy shit, like, your dad got, like, that's horrible.
God, that's wild.
That's horrible.
Also, dangerous.
Yes, 100%.
Because, like, she's saying that a guy wouldn't want to have sex with her because she's already she's not a virgin. Mm-hmm. But in my head, I'm also thinking that some guys might think, "Oh, you're not a virgin," which means you know what you're doing. So then they might be trying to do some wild shit.
Yeah.
And now you've never had sex before. You're like, "Whoa, what the frig is going on?"
So damn true. It ruins your entire experience. It ruins your entire sexual experience.
That's crazy. And that was advice from your mother.
No, your mother.
Nah.
Parents do better.
Yeah.
So she was afraid of she was just afraid of just doing things with other people, and because she thought that the one thing that was going to guarantee her no sex got her sex.
Yeah, so for sure it's gonna mess you up.
It's gonna mess you up. So it messed her up for a long time, and it took her some time.
Mama say, Mumakusa. What the frick is going on?
Yeah, bro. So that's what I'm realizing. Like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, so that's it. We are the generation of being scammed.
Yeah, we're being scammed emotionally.
And now the internet is taking that tenfold.
100%.
And everybody's.
We're using the buzzwords. Well, you're not emotionally mature.
Oh yeah, all these trigger goddamn words.
Intelligent. You're not this. You're not that.
Actually, that's one thing I actually wanted to ask you about.
Go ahead.
Because you're talking about how like millennials, we like get caught up on this stuff on the internet with the freaking all these goddamn buzzwords and shit. What I don't understand is like now you have to say like freaking DV for like domestic violence and all these shit.
I heard that too.
That's why I don't understand. How is that helping anybody?
It's not.
Because maybe we should talk about that and help people understand that kind of stuff. But when you make, we have to abbreviate this. Oh, you can't say that word. Oh, don't that. It puts a taboo on it.
It's so
and then you don't talk about it.
And that's a bad. And
that's a bad thing. So I don't understand why all this shit has to get freaking like the word. Well, might mess us up too. You can't say the word porn.
Yeah.
Why for you can't say the word porn?
I don't even know.
You can't say penis. I'm saying all them shits, right?
Yeah.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't understand why you can't say that.
You can't say these things.
Like, but it causes a taboo.
Yeah.
That's how have we not learned? That's the same thing that happened when we were younger, and why some of us are in that situation now because we weren't allowed to talk about these things.
Exactly.
And now we're doing the same shit over again. Freaking history freaking repeats itself.
Your freaking son's daycare. We don't say those words.
We don't use those words. We don't say those.
What are you talking about?
No, we use them goddamn words.
What's wrong with that? We call them private parts, or we call them the no-no. You call your penis the no-no area?
Yeah,
no. The no-no area?
Crazy.
Like, and you don't even think like your kid is going to now have a negative connotation when it comes to its own body part? And
these are my private parts. Yeah. These are my private parts.
Well, hear me out.
Well, at least they're actually talking about it.
I'm cool with it. I understand. And
so
long as
all this shit like
with this, where we're like, guys,
we're not, bro. We're just every word is getting freaking taken away. You can't say this word. You can't say this word.
Like, I'm trying to start a scenario when someone would talk about domestic violence in a positive light. No one ever does that. Today, a man is like on the violence.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like
no one does. If you're talking about domestic violence, you're talking about a story between two people who are engaged in a physical activity.
You're actually talking and you're discussing.
You're discussing about it.
But when you say DV, what's going to happen is somebody's going to go, what the hell is that?
Just say it.
Now you have to explain, it's that. It's like, I can't actually say it, but
it's like when
you can kind of, when somebody's like fighting each other, but they live in the same house. Like, you know what that is, right?
Come on.
Don't say it. Voldemort up in here. Don't say that shit. Because we have to fear it. But that's what I'm talking about.
But we're not
everything is freaking.
We're not accomplishing.
No, that's what I mean. We're doing this shit.
We're not accomplishing anything.
We're going in a circle. That's what I mean. It's getting even worse.
It's worse. You know what's even crazier? Not crazier, but what's a relief is that there is I think it's Sweden, or a lot of Scandinavian countries. They have like the parents and the children actually have not all of them, but I was reading that in those areas, parents and children have healthy conversations about like penises, vaginas, breasts. I don't know if I should be saying, but they talk about that. Even sex and all that stuff. They talk about it. They don't engage, but they don't but they talk about it freely because. And you know what the crazy thing is that these people have more of a mature idea of concept of sex than other people.
Of course, because you talk about it. That's like the same, isn't it? I don't know. Is it Sweden also? Where I seen like a video where like everybody puts their babies outside to sleep, like in the strollers, and nobody like hurts the kids, but like literally you'll just walk down the street and you'll just see a stroller there and it's a baby sleeping.
Okay.
And people just know, okay, that baby's taking a nap. Okay, it's just the norm.
Okay, yeah.
But here in like North America, you'll be like, what the fuck? I'm not leaving my baby outside. That's what I mean. But they actually talk about it. And like even I think it's also Sweden that like did the reform like part in their schooling, where like now they like have kids come in, I guess, for like school, and they ask like, what do you like? Or like they watch kids like, oh, this kid plays with blocks. This kid likes to play outside. Okay, so I'm gonna teach him math while he's climbing the monkey bars. And they take the information in better because they're doing something they enjoy, and they seem like a huge rise in like productivity.
That's what you see.
That's what I mean because they're trying this shit. That's what I mean, and they're also talking. And when we don't talk about it, it causes a taboo.
Yeah.
And then we don't learn, and then we go find this shit out on the internet, and then we make mistakes.
And we make because we're learning from the worst teachers.
Yeah.
The teachers who don't even care, they just want money. So they're like, oh well, like that After Preach video, I would never understand. A guy who would pay $8,000. Now, I don't give a fuck if anyone says this is misogynistic, but really and truly think about this. How are you going to pay a woman $8,000 for her to teach you how to be a man?
Yeah.
How?
It's like the same thing that we already have this conversation is boys that grow up in a single family home when the father's not around don't learn how to be a man because they don't have the male figure in there.
They don't.
But then you're gonna tell me a woman is gonna teach that man how to be a man?
How to be a man? I mean, so there's only so
and they're gonna
much
pay $8,000. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's 8,000. 8,000.
Sorry, yeah, eight. Yeah, but eight. Yeah.
$8,000 an hour. Sorry, $8,000 an hour.
That's what I think. Yeah, it's a session or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Like
so, like, if the sessions are an hour, it's like you're paying $8,000 for her to teach you what?
In 1 hour, what exactly is she teaching?
Your parents have failed you, or if your parents are still alive, and they're active in your life, and they didn't teach you these things that you're supposed to learn.
Yeah, that's why I've never considered even paying for something like that.
I would never.
One time in my life, I had like one of those computer scams.
Okay.
For like, oh, I can help get this virus off your computer. I just have to log into your computer.
Oh yeah.
I almost got that until like it was like TeamViewer. I think he was even using, and the person said, "Oh, hello, my name is Benjamin." I was like, "No, the fuck it is not, bro. You're not coming on my computer when you're from India. Your name is not Benjamin. I'm not even trying to be.
No.
There's no way your name is Benjamin, bro. I really doubt your name is Benjamin.
Exactly.
So that's as soon as I realized that, I was like, you ain't coming on this computer, bro. And doing what?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
What you doing, bro?
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, let me just set this up. I was like, oh yeah, cool. What's your name? Benjamin. Yeah, write your name as Benjamin, bro. You had a hard time saying your own name. How you don't know your own name?
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Benjamin. Okay, bro. Nah.
I think that's the only time, and I think even then that was like maybe like back then, especially it was like maybe $15-$20.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. But now $8,000
$8,000
is crazy.
So,
but like I said, there's not one person that I would ever pay $8,000 for
to teach me how to be a man. What are you going to teach? And that also talks about
in 1 hour.
It's crazy. One thing I was reading. Do you know who Lecrae is?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, he's a Christian rapper. And basically Lecrae was talking. I think he was on TED Talk, or maybe he was talking to a church, and he was talking about how we do not have. So he was giving off the examples of all these tribes, some in East Asia, some in South Asia, some in Africa, some in even South America.
Yeah.
These rituals of how to like not rituals, a coming of age rituals.
Yeah.
Right? And how there was a way to like an act that needed to be done in order for the village to recognize this person as a man. And in the West, we don't have that, and because we don't have an established, unified coming of age tradition, we have people filling out the roles, being like, oh, this is how you become a man.
Yeah, this is how.
You just gain money, you just bulk up, have a lot of money, and therefore you're a man. But other people will be like, no. It's about you being able to take care of yourself, your family, your community, being a person that people can go to and talk to. That is also bad. But other people might argue and be like, no, there doesn't need to be any kind of metric to determine you're a man. But because I'm not saying that you need a tradition, but I realize without a unified idea of what a man is, we have gurus.
Yeah, you get lost because you don't.
Exactly. You get lost. The
It's
boys
just
are
crazy,
lost, bro. The boys are lost.
Millennials for life, I guess. But what else can we do?
We just got.
That's when we was born.
But
Nothing we can
luckily,
do
you
about
don't fall for those ACMs.
Yeah,
and luckily,
definitely,
I don't pay $8,000 to learn how to be a man.
That's what I was trying to think about too, like more like because the ACN stuff, I almost fall for all those kind of things. But that was like in person, right? So at least I feel like at least that you're actually talking to somebody in front of you. You're seeing
Which
something
makes it
like
more
that.
believable.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the internet, I don't think there's any of those type of gurus that I've ever thought like, damn. Well, I know. Okay, I will say there's sometimes when you see those little clips, which is also could be out of context, right? Sometimes in those little clips, they're saying something that you might be like, okay, I might agree with that, or like that sounds interesting. But I don't think there's ever been like Derek Jackson that I've actually been like, damn, bro, no, you talking facts.
No, bro. No.
Especially Derek Jackson. When I used to watch his videos, I feel like I just watched it for comedy.
Yeah.
Like I was never part of my head was thinking, no, I really need to take this information in.
If he tells you if he says that he's the prize, you have to understand that man is not emotionally more mature to speak to you and be on your level. That you are a higher level, and that you don't have to be with that man. I'm like, nigga.
Nice. The only thing that I just saw recently actually talking about about these gurus. Nah, this man been gone. No.
He's been gone.
But yeah, like about these gurus. I think it was like not Fugazi, but it was like another clip of like a different guy that.
You mean the guy who said sensational 6'7"?
No. But I was one of those guys. But then there was another woman like on the podcast talking, and she said all these women talking about they want high value men and high emotional intelligence, but what they don't realize is that the men that they're looking for, that high like emotional intelligence, gives that man the ability to drop you the second he realizes that you don't have that same high emotional intelligence. So now you think he's being an asshole because he dropped you, but it's because he actually has the high mental intelligence to realize I'm not dealing with this shit. Yeah. You're childish or you're immature or whatever the case may be, but you just think, oh, that's just an asshole. But that's actually the man you're looking for, but you're not at the point where you need to be.
Yeah.
But they just think, oh no, it's that person's fault.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that actually sounds like facts.
Who said this?
It was like, I don't know, it was one of them clips that you always see like circulating.
Okay, well, shit.
That's what I mean, yeah, she literally was saying that. She said, like, what these women don't realize is that the man that they're looking for is that same man that will drop you after a conversation because he realized the way he just had a conversation with you and the way you reacted, nah, we're not going to align because you're not ready there.
There you go.
But you just think, oh, that guy's being an asshole because he's not listening to the way I feel. No, but he's realizing, no, you're not reacting properly in this situation because you don't have the emotional intelligence to control your own emotions in that point. So, yeah, like I said, millennials forever.
Millennials forever, man.
That's who we are.
It is what it is.
We got to live with it, right?
Yeah.
We're not Generation X. We're not what's the generation after us? Alpha?
I think they're my nieces. No, my nieces are 2 after me.
Yeah. Well, damn, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the same as my kids. Yeah, because well, after millennials, it's what, friggin'?
Gen Z.
Okay, yeah, Gen Z.
And
then it's Gen Alpha because it restarted, right?
Yeah.
Then it's Beta.
Yeah.
Then it's Cisco.
Wait.
No, I don't know.
Cisco.
What's after Beta?
Oh, for C? I don't think they have.
Because
I think it's Delta.
Yeah, your nephews, your nieces, and my kids are Generation Beta, or no? They're even after that.
My niece was born 2014. Your son 2015, right?
Yeah. So I think it is. It's definitely not Alpha.
They're currently Alpha.
It is Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's a new generation coming out. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, Beta, 2025.
Okay, it is Beta.
Yeah.
Beta.
My nephew's Beta.
It's what? It's
2025 to 2039.
Damn, bro. 2039. That's crazy.
Wait. Why is this called birth year starting in 2025 and continuing until around 2039, or according to Mick Griddle? Who the fuck is called Mick Griddle?
That's fraud.
Who calls himself Mick Griddle?
The Mick Griddle was good, but not as a journalist.
Yeah, the fuck. If your name is Mick Griddle, I hope to God you change your name.
Yeah.
I cannot. Jonathan McGriddle. Jonathan McGriddle.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like I actually seen a post before coming here. This woman said she makes cakes, and she has like a bakery. And somebody called and said they wanted the cake to say, what was it? I suck cocks. And she's like, I thought it was weird, but that's what they asked for. So she made the cake, and she brought it to their house, and the mother was vexed. Guess what the mother's name was? Mrs. Cox was vexed. And also her son, Isaac Cox. Not I suck Cox. It was for Isaac Cox's birthday. This one wrote I suck Cox on the cake. It's like a white cake, and it says I suck Cox.
I would give it to them for free. If you
yeah, that's hilarious.
That sucks, man.
Damn.
It is what it is.
Enunciate, yo.
Yeah.
Enunciate. That's all it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you said it weird.
All right. So yeah, man.
That's good. Millennials forever. Nothing we can do. Just don't get scammed, guys.
If you guys are
if you're born in the year 1997 to 1982 to 1997, I think it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's always about 15 years.
Yeah. 14 years.
Don't get scammed. Well, I think it's between like 14 to 15.
Okay.
Like, I think it can change. But yeah, don't get scammed, guys. You can do this.
Also, let us know. What do you think? Do you feel like your parents provided you a platform to talk about your emotions and the things you might be going through as a teen or even as an adult?
Or do you use AI as therapy?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That's another thing. Oh my God.
Another thing.
One last thing I will say. When I was on Hinge, it was kind of scary. And this was maybe 2 months ago. it was very scary seeing how many people put, because there's a prompt that says, when I need a solution or when I look, the person I go to when I need advice, and people answered ChatGPT. I'm not lying to you.
Damn.
I'm like, God dang. Some even said, if you don't like this, please swipe left. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, we're locked in the system.
We're done. I was like,
we're
damn,
locked
bro.
in the system.
Anyways.
All right, guys. Troublemakers will be reasonable. You'll see.
Peace.